Hello, English 1102 students. Welcome to the fifth week of the semester, and we are pretty much past the halfway point for our A-term class. So that's good news, and I'm excited about this. I mean, we are now launching into the research paper. Now, I remember some of you saying, how come I can't find the instructions for the research paper? And I remember saying, well, I'll tell you when the time comes. But after looking at the schedule here, I can understand why it may have been a little bit confusing to you, because I never do say when we're going to start the research paper on this. Well, the answer is we're starting it this week. So, you see that the first draft of the research paper and the annotated bibliography will be due next Monday. I may extend that if necessary, but right now, that's the due date. I will be grading your poetry essays. In fact, that is my top priority, is to get those poetry essays graded as soon as possible, hopefully within the next day or so. So that way, if you're going to write your research paper on the poetry essay, then you can have my comments on that in order to help you. There are a lot of resources in that research paper folder to help you. Remember that, like I said, the 19th is when the annotated bibliography and the first draft are due. There are lots of resources on the annotated bibliography. There are lots of resources on how to do research. There are lots of resources on how to make that research work for you. Also understand that MLA switched over to an 8th edition last spring. And they made some changes I really like, to be quite honest with you. So you're going to be responsible for the 8th edition. Now the question comes up, gee, Mr. Smith, how do I do the sources in 8th edition MLA when Galileo and Gill are still doing 7th edition MLA? Well, I have a handout in the MLA folder that shows you step by step what to do to change those 7th editions into 8th edition entries. For example, now the city of publication is no longer necessary on books. So you delete the city of publication. So when you do the actual copy paste, it will have that, but you will actually be exempted from putting that in there. So you'll just delete that, and then like all that stuff at the end, like print and web and the date of access, all that stuff can be deleted as well. The new MLA 8th edition asked me to ask you to put the URL in the entry, but I don't think that's necessary. So you're exempted from that. Okay, so I also have the sample entry in the MLA folder for English 1102 using our current textbook in order to give you an idea of how to do that correctly. So let's get to work on those research papers. Again, if you want to write your research paper on your poem, then I will certainly give you the comments within the next day or so. I usually read every essay twice, and I'm very busy over the next couple of days, so it may take me a little longer than I would like, but I will get you those comments. So that's it. Be ready to hit the major project, because this research paper is, I think, worth 25% of your overall grade. So look for the instructions in the research paper folder. They should be posted already, and we will take it from there. So if you have any questions, feel free to contact me through email, through telephone calls, or through office visits if you're on campus. And let's hit this project hard, and let's hit the ground running. So have a great week.